welcome to the first episode of Wellness Wednesday. This is my new series and I'm going to be going live every single Wednesday, sometimes on my own, sometimes with a guest. I've already got some guests lined up for you. And they're only going to be about 5 or 10 minutes. It's all going to be about actionable things that are going to help your sleep, your stress, and your general well-being as well. So some of my guests are nutritionists and PTs, that kind of thing. So it's just me today though, you've just got me. And I wanted to quickly go through a little something with you because it's January. And in January, we start the new year and it's all about big resolutions. I want to make some really big changes to my life. And actually, I think January is a really bad time to do this, right? It's cold, it's depressing, it's still winter, it's dark in the evenings, it's dark in the mornings. So maybe save those big ones until March when it's a little bit brighter. But I know that some of you really do want to make changes. The most common ones I hear are things like, I want to eat better, I want to move more. And actually both of these things are really going to help your stress levels and your sleep. So it's win-win all around. So I thought I would just take 5 minutes and help you make some really small little changes that are actually going to stick, rather than big resolutions that are going to rely on motivation that's going to last only a week or two. Now I'm using, to be very clear, I'm using the work of James Clear here, and he wrote this book called Atomic Habits. It's one of the top 100 selling books in the world, I believe, and it is fantastic. But I'm essentially going to use some of his theory here to help us make some small changes this January and February. So let's say that we are wanting to move more, or we're wanting to just eat a bit better. The first thing that we want to do is make those big goals into really small bite-sized pieces, ones that we can actually do without really any effort at all. So for example, if you wanted to move more, you could commit to a 5 to 10 minute walk every day, or perhaps 5 to 10 minutes on your yoga mat. That would just be an example. You could, from your nutrition, you could focus on drinking more water. All right, it's where I start with all my nutrition clients. How much water are you drinking? It's one I need to work on myself. Or you could start and focus just on your breakfast, even your weekday breakfast, rather than taking your whole diet as a whole. So that's the first thing. We want to make it really small and really easy, okay? And we can grow from that. I'm not saying that we're going to just stick with the small habit. We're going to grow in time once that one is sort of settled in. The second thing, I want you to link it to something you already do, or as James calls this, habit stacking. For example, if we're going to go for that walk, it could be I eat my breakfast and I go for a walk. I have my lunch and I go for a walk. Or with your yoga, it could be, I used to, when my kids were younger, I used to stick their tea in the oven, and that was my sign to do yoga. Now it's more like I get into my pajamas and that's my sign to do yoga. With your water, it could be, if you're going to drink more water and that's your aim, it could be every time I have a coffee, I have a glass of water before I have my coffee or alongside it. So we're just linking it to something we already do, which helps us create a new habit that's more likely to stick. The third thing is about making it more appealing or attractive. Now, the thing with good habits, not all of them, but a lot of them, is that good habits tend to have all of the main benefits way in the future. A walk is going to make you feel good, but regularly walking is going to give you huge health outcomes in the future. Same with eating better. Same with sleeping better and stressing less. All of the main benefits are way in the future. And a lot of our bad habits have an immediate benefit right now. Think about that nice glass of wine. So one of the tips that James always gives is to make all those good habits that you want to create, make them more attractive right now. So for example, if you're going to take up this walk every day, you could treat yourself to an audiobook that you've always wanted to listen to, and you only listen to it on your walk, so you look forward to it. Or maybe one of the days or every day you meet up with a friend, so seeing that friend and walking at the same time makes it more attractive to you. With your yoga in the evening at bedtime, that's one of my things. You could have a beautiful sleep or room spray. Turn it into this whole ritual. You roll out your mat, you put your pajamas on, you spray your room, and then you do your yoga. With your water, if you're going down that hydration route, you could just Google spa water and turn your water into a lovely spa water with like lemons and oranges and some herbs, or maybe have it as herbal tea rather than plain water because it's really cold outside and it's nice to have it a bit warmer at this time of year. The final thing is to make that new ritual that you want to keep obvious. So this is about not hiding your trainers away somewhere, having them by the door if you're going to do like a morning walk or a morning run, not having your yoga mat in a cupboard that you forget about for months on end, having it somewhere really visible where you can see it. And maybe that water bottle that you're going to have, that is literally sitting there on your desk so you're visually stimulated by it all the time. So there's our 4 things. Make it really small and really easy. Link it to something that you already do. See if you can make it a bit more attractive right now in the immediate short term, and make it as obvious as you can. And you don't need to do all 4 of those for every single thing that you want to change, but the more of those you can incorporate, the more likely you are to keep and stick to that habit. That's our first Wellness Wednesday. I'm going to be going live at different times on a Wednesday. I'm going to let you know on a Monday whether it's just me or me and a guest and what time we are going to go live. Until then, have a lovely rest of your Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.